Now, before we go on, I want to briefly point you to an extremely useful tool that you can use to study English binomials like these, and also many interesting phenomena in natural language beyond that. And that is the Google Ngram Viewer. You've seen this briefly before, earlier in the semester. The Google Ngram Viewer, you can go to at the URL above. You can just also search for it and you'll find it. And it's an extremely powerful tool that allows you to see the relative frequencies of multi-word expressions of various types of your choice over time. And we'll use it to look at a couple of the binomials that we just looked at a moment ago. We'll start with the binomial calm and relaxed. So first of all, I want to just use it to validate a claim that I made, which is that calm is actually a higher frequency word than relaxed. And I'll do that by typing in calm and relaxed, separated by a comma here. And what I get out is you can see the relative frequencies of calm and relaxed. With the y-axis is parts as percentages of multi-word expressions of length of length of 1 that are that particular word. And you can see very consistently over the last 200 years at least, that calm is a higher frequency word than relaxed. I can also go back up here and I can use the Ngram Viewer to type in a three-letter multi-word expression, and compare the two orderings of the two. One interesting thing that you can see, which is not something I would have guessed before, is that before about 100 years ago, neither of these was an appreciably frequently used multi-word expression in English at all. So you probably had the intuition that calm and relaxed is almost maybe a conventional term, but if it was, this was actually something that seems to have come on the scene quite recently, once again only in the last century. But from that time, from the time that the orderings emerged, it seems that quite consistently calm and relaxed became the favorite expression, and by now looks like it's about 3 times as common as the opposite ordering, relaxed and calm. The other example I'm going to use is cruel and unusual. First, we'll look at the relative frequencies, and you can see that although actually in the 19th century, unusual was actually less frequent than cruel, that's changed in the 20th century, and today unusual is about twice as common as the word cruel. And if we look at I'll type in the two binomials. You can see that cruel and unusual is vastly more common as a multi-word expression than unusual and cruel. This probably does have something to do with the fact that cruel and unusual is overwhelmingly used in the term cruel and unusual punishment. We can even test that out by comparing the frequency of cruel and unusual with the frequency of cruel and unusual punishment. And I'll do that right now. And what you'll see is that actually about 2/3 of the uses of cruel and unusual are in the phrase cruel and unusual punishment. So anyway, that's just a very brief, I'm going to get back to the presentation, but that's just a very brief demonstration of the power that contemporary available large data sets and computational tools have for exploring the fine details of our everyday linguistic experience, and we can use that to test hypotheses about the nature of language.